Hi all, in this session we are going to learn about application security group in Azure. Here we can learn what is ASG, how to create ASG, where we are going to use this ASG, everything we are going to discuss in detail and I am going to show it to you in a practical manner as well. Let us quickly understand what do you mean by application security group. Here in simple terminology I can say ASG is generally used logically grouping of VMs together based on the application which is going to run on top of virtual machine. Means based on the application which is running on top of virtual machine, we are going to create groups. How we are going to implement ASG, everything I am going to show to you in a practical manner. So let us have a quick look on one image. So I am going to show to you one image, guys. This is the image. So just please observe this diagram. And here assume you are going to host one three-tier architecture. Means in order to host your application, you are going to choose three-tier architecture. What we will have in three-tier architecture? We have web servers, we have app servers, we have DB servers. Three-tier architecture is there. Here I just want to design my network or architecture as if any user from access, if any user through internet, if he want to access my application, initially he need to connect to the web server. So I'm going to show to you by marking it. So just a moment, guys. Yeah, here you are a user. With the help of the internet, you just want to access my application. So with the help of the internet, you need to connect to my web servers. The web servers need to communicate with the app servers. The app servers need to communicate with the DB servers. But here my scenario is the web servers did not need to communicate with the DB servers. Here I need to block. Assume this is a three-tier architecture. Na? In web servers group, we have multiple web servers are there based on the size of your application. Whatever the web servers are there, we are going to group together. Suppose if all of these are a single subnet, inside of the subnet you have 9 machines are there. So these 9 machines by default will communicate with each other. But here your requirement is you need to logically grouping the VMs together. Means you need to logically grouping web servers, you need to logically grouping app servers, you need to logically grouping DB servers as well. So here based on the architect which I am going to design, accordingly it need to be communicate. Means through internet I need to be connect to the only web servers, and from web servers only will be able to communicate with the app servers, and from app servers no only need to be communicate with DB servers. The app servers doesn't need to communicate directly with the DB servers. Here the users are connected to the front end. This is the web server. The logic which is going to run behind is running in the app servers. Whatever the database which is related to the application is going to save in the DB servers. So how I am going to implement everything I am going to show to you in a practical manner, guys. And okay, just here let us have a look on it. The same diagram I had drawn in the paint. So for this what I need to do, initially I need to create one resource group. Inside of the resource group I need to create one virtual network. Inside of the virtual network I need to create one subnet. Inside of the subnet I am going to create 3 virtual machines for your reference. One is web server, one is application server, the third one is DB server. You are going to host all these 3 VMs in a single subnet. But what is the nature of the Azure? If you are going to create missions in a subnet, by default it need to be communicated with each other. But here with the help of the application security group, I need to group the VMs together. Means even though it is in the same NSG or same subnet, it is not at all going to communicate with each other. Whatever the rules which I am going to define, based on the rules only it need to be communicate. How I need to implement everything I am going to show to you in a practical manner, guys. So as per the diagram, what the first thing I need to create? I need to create the resource group. So quickly log into the Azure portal, and once the portal has been opened, so what is the first and foremost thing which we need to create for creating any kind of resource? Resource group. Here click on create. RG1 and click on review plus create. Just click on create. The resource group will be created soon. Once the resource group has been created, what is the further thing? Just observe this, guys. Here, where it is. So just a moment, guys. And here, where I saved. So Azure and Azure DevOps. Okay, yes. ASG. Yes, this is the diagram. Okay, just now I had created the resource group. What is the further thing I need to create? I need to create the virtual network. Here, go to the portal. So here I am going to create the virtual network. So click on the virtual network. Just click on create and select the resource group. The name of the resource group is RG1 and I am going to set the name as VNet1 and I am going to create the virtual network in the region Australia East where the resource group has been created. And one more thing, guys, the virtual network is at regional level only. We cannot span across multiple regions. It is dedicated to particular region only. Just click on next and by leaving each and everything just click on next. Here we need to set the series. I am going to continue with the default settings and here instead of creating a default subnet I am going to modify the name as subnet 1. Okay, the series of the IPs is um, here 10 dot here I am going to define. So the series of IPs is 10.0.1.0 to 10.0.1.255. In this series I am going to get the IPs. Here without disturbing anything, simply click on save and review plus create. It is going to validate your virtual network and once the validation has been successfully passed, just click on create. So it is going to create one virtual network. Inside of the virtual network, what you have the subnet as well. The name of the subnet is subnet 1. Up to now you had created one resource group. Inside of the resource group you have virtual network. The name of virtual network is VNet 1 and inside of the virtual network you have one subnet. The name of the subnet is subnet 1. And what you will do, you are going to create the 3 VMs inside of this subnet. So quickly I am going to virtual machine session. So quickly I am going to create 3 virtual machines. It's purely for your reference, guys, and I am going to name as web server and I am going to create in the Australia East only. Okay, fine. I am going to set no infrastructure redundancy required, standard, and Ubuntu or Windows server. Everything is fine for me. So here, okay, dev tester 928. I am going to set the password for this web server. Okay, and I'm going to allow the ports HTTP and HTTP, even though you can enable the 22 as well. So, and here just click on disk and click on networking. Here where I'm going to create inside of the VNet and inside of the VNet 1 and I have the subnet. The name of the subnet is subnet 1. So here I'm going to select the NIC security group as basic. So just please click on review plus create. And once click on create, it is going to highlight the create option. You just need to click on create. Yeah, here the web server is going to create soon. In the meanwhile, what I will do, I am going to create one more VM. The name of the VM is right now application server. Assume you are going to create one application server. Here just click on RG1 and here I am going to set app server. Calm down, no infrastructure redundancy required. Just select the standard and here I'm going to select the Windows 2009 data center. Okay, fine. 928. I'm going to set the password. Here I am going to allow the ports HTTP, HTTPS, SSH. So I'm going to allow by default. In real time, maybe this is not requirement. We can't open all the inbound ports, but right now I just open as it is created for the lab purpose. Just click on create, review plus create. But one more thing, I need to check the conforming networking. So it is going to create in the same virtual network or not? Yes. Right now it is going to create instead of the VNet one only. So here just review plus create. So once the validation has been passed, just click on create. Then application server will be created soon. And here you need, yes, the web server has been successfully created, and go to home and create virtual machine. So here I'm going to create right now DB server. So DB server. So this is for naming convention, guys. Generally in the real-time scenarios as that. So based on the application which you are going to run on top of the VM, accordingly the name of the server will be changed. If you are going to host web server, that will be called as web service, that will be called as web server. If you are going to run application on VM, that will be called as application server. If you are going to run DB services, that will be called as a DB server. So here, okay, 2009 data center, come down, come down, come down. So rest of all things, okay, everything is fine. Dev tester 928 Arshik. So here I am going to set the password. So here I am going to allow the ports. So here I am going to disable the ports. Yes, it is not required because of it is a DB server. Na? So just click on next networking. So here review plus create. So it is going to create the DB server as well. So here let us have a quick look. So is your application server has been created or not? Yes. And if you go to the home, just click on the virtual machines. Right now you have two VMs are there. Web server is there, app server is there. And the DB server creation is in process and it will take some time to get it created. So in the meanwhile, what we will do? So here I'm going to create the DB server. So in the meanwhile, I'm going to do one thing. Here I'm going to create the application security groups. Here if you're able to search ASG, simply type application security group. Click on it. Here we are going to create three ASGs. The first one is web ASG. Okay, simply nothing is there. Just click on review plus create. Create. Once the web ASG has been completed, you need to create one more ASG. So here, okay. So here I am going to create one more application security group. The name is app ASG application security group. Here I am going to select the RG1. Here just click on review plus create. Just click on create. So here while creating we didn't define anything. Okay. So here I am going to create one more ASG. The name of the ASG is DB ASG review plus create. So here you had created three VMs. So here it is throwing an error. So why it is throwing error? Just I will do one thing. So I'm going to create one more time. If it is not yet created, here just refresh it. Refresh. Yes. If you want to create, then you can create RG1 DB ASG review plus create. Here guys, please see the diagram. So as per the diagram, I'm following the same. created the RG. Inside of the RG, I have virtual network. Inside of the virtual network, I have a subnet, and inside of the subnet, I had created three VMs: web server, app server, DB server, and at the same time, I am going to create three application security groups as well: web ASG, app ASG, DB ASG. So I am going to attach these application security group to the concern VMs. Here I am going to show to each and everything, guys. So click on the virtual machines. Right now you have three virtual machines or not: web server, app server, DB server. And come to application security group. How many application security groups you have? Web ASG, app ASG, DB ASG. Right now you have three application security groups are there. Here my process has been started. What I need to do? I need to route the traffic from, if user is want to access my application through internet, first of all he need to connect to the web server only. I am going to allow the traffic inside of my subnet, but the user can be only able to access the web server only. He can't be able to hit app server or DB server. How I am going to design? So first of all, I need to tag these application security groups to the VMs. How that will be done, I am going to show to you guys. Just click on home, go to virtual machine. Here first I am going to select the web server. In web server, go to network settings, and here in network we have the application security groups is there. The option is there. Just click on the application security group. Means here we are, for the VM we are going to tag the application security group. So if the VM is tagged with the application security group, whatever the VMs has been tagged with that particular application security group, it is going to create under one group. Okay, you will understand. Just please focus it, guys. Here click on application security group. Here add application security group. Click on add application security group. Here you need to select which application security group you want to tag to the web server. I am going to tag the web ASG. Just click on add. So it is going to update the interface. Yes, right now the web ASG has been tagged to the web server. In the similar way, I am going to connect to the app server. Under app server, go to application security group. Here click on add, and here I need to select app ASG. Just click on add. Here app ASG I am going to tag to the app server, and again go back to the virtual machines. Click on DB server right now and go to network. In the network you have application security group. I am going to add DB server, DB ASG, because of it is a DB server. I am going to add DB ASG to the DB server. Just click on add. So successfully you had created three ASGs. Those three ASGs has been successfully tagged to the three VMs which has been created in the same subnet. Okay, just go here. Right now you have three servers now: web server, app server, DB server. So here my work will start. Here I need to route, I need to design the octet accordingly. From internet he just wanted to connect to the web server. How I can be able to implement? So here I am going to create one NSG. Here I am going to create one network security group. So here we have multiple ASGs are there. So because of I had selected one default thing. So whenever you had selected the default thing while creating the virtual machine, by default one NSG will be created on the name of VM name. So if you want to create one more NSG, just click on create, click on the resource group, and here I am going to select name as NSG1. Just click on review plus create. Here you know the NSG can be applied on top of subnet or on top of virtual machine. On top of virtual machine means on top of NIC. So ASG can be applied on top of NIC only. It doesn't have the any other options. So If I want to apply the NSG on top of group of virtual machines, how I will be done? I'm going to apply this NSG on top of the subnet where my VMs has been created. So here go to virtual network where I have the subnet. Just click on the VNet one. So here, how many subnets I have? Only one subnet. The name of the subnet is subnet 1. Click on the subnet. Here you need to, here network security group, by default it is none. Here I am going to select NSG1. Just click on save. Here what will happen? Whatever the rules which I am going to define over the NSG1, it will be applicable to all the VMs, because of all the VMs had been created inside of this subnet only. Okay guys, just come out of this, come out of this. So here what I will done, here come to network security group, open the NSG1. Here go to inbound security rules. Here I am going to design the traffic from internet. It need to be triggered to the web server, means the source is internet, the destination is web server. Remember guys, based on the scenarios, the source and destination may change. You need to observe carefully. Here from where the request comes, source is where? From internet, the destination is web servers. So accordingly we need to design. Here I need to design, so that's why the traffic comes from the internet to my VM. So it is a kind of inbound traffic. So that's why you just need to click on add. Any means internet, star means any, destination is, here I am going to select the application security group. Here I am going to select the web ASG. Here web ASG is tagged to which VM? Web server VM. Here what will happen? Whatever the VMs which has been tagged with the web ASG, this traffic will be hitted here, and you are going to allow which ports? Here internet you are going to allow to the ASG, and service, which type of traffic you are going to allow? HTTP and suppose HTTPS, whatever it may be. Here I am going to allow the HTTP traffic. So what is the port number? What is the port number of HTTP? Okay, I am going to set some kind of 110. Okay, yellow traffic from internet to web servers. Just click on add. Here I had successfully added the HTTP traffic. Suppose if you want to add HTTPS traffic as well, just click on create. Any destination is application security group. Here which application security group? Web application security group, and the service is HTTPS. The port number is 443, and I am going to the action allow, and I am going to set the priority number 120. If you want, you can set 111. It's purely based on your requirement. Here what I did right now, I am going to allow the HTTP and HTTPS request from internet to the web servers. Okay, fine. Here I am going to define one more rule. Here click on plus symbol. Here observe this diagram guys. Here from web server I need to hit the app servers. So how I will be able to design? Here what is the source? The application source group is web ASG. From web ASG, where it need to be triggered, the destination is what? Again it is the application security group. Here I am going to select app ASG. Here what the port I am going to allow? As it is an application server, I am going to allow some HTTPS 443. I am going to allow. I am going to set the priority number as well. Just click on add. As you know, the NSG rules are evaluated with the priority. Lower the priority number, higher the priority number. Higher the priority number means lower the priority. So successfully I had enabled the traffic from web servers to app servers. Here means web ASG to app ASG. Nothing but web servers to app servers. Come down. And I am going to add one more thing. Here the source is again application security group. From app security group to the destination is again the app security group. Here I am going to select DB and here for web service what the port, suppose if you are using MS SQL, the port number is 1433, means you are going to host the database server, means on database server you are going to run database service or not. So for, suppose if you are installing the database service of MS SQL on top of the server, you must need to open the port in order to make the communication. So here I am going to allow the port MS SQL. The port number is 1433. I am going to allow and just click on add. Here if you observe what I did here, from internet I just make the traffic to web servers. From the web servers I am going to make the traffic to app servers. From app server I am going to make the traffic to DB servers. Here I have one more requirement is there. My web servers didn't need to communicate with the DB servers. For this again I need to make the rule. Here from application security group web ASG, the destination is again application security group and the database ASG. Here any kind of port that may be HTTP, assume HTTP, it is going to deny, means it not need to be connected. Otherwise you can select the MS SQL or MS SQL 1433 because of it is a database server. The destination is database server. So here you are going to deny. Is this condition has been implemented or not? Yes, I successfully make this connection as not. Okay. So in this way we are going to make the group of VMs together by using the application security group. Here if you observe now, guys, please observe this diagram. Right now I just taken 3 servers. From web server I just taken one web server. From app server I just created one app server, and DB server I had created one DB server. In the real time scenario you have multiple servers are there inside of the subnet. So even though you have multiple servers are there inside of your subnet, with the help of the application security group you are going to logically grouping of VMs together. Like whatever the VMs which are tagged with the web ASG, it is going to allow the traffic from internet. Whatever the VMs which are tagged with the ASG, it is going to allow the traffic from web servers. Whatever the servers which are tagged with the DB ASG, it is going to allow the traffic from app servers only. It is deny the traffic from web servers. The DB servers are going to allow the traffic from app servers only. It is going to deny the traffic from web servers. In this way, with the help of the application security group, you are going to define your architecture. So in this way the traffic flow will be happen. Means if I want from the internet, if I want to access the app server, can I able to access? No. Can I be able to access a DB server? No. Means here we clearly define from internet you only will be able to access the web server only. Here the same thing I have shown out to you guys here. Okay, and here come down. So in this way we can be able to implement the application security group in Azure. Hope you guys understood. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and I will meet up you in the next session with a new topic. Until signing off, thank you. Bye bye. Remember guys, once you've done the lab, just do not forget to remove each and everything. So I am going to delete right now, so without continuing. So the same thing you need to follow, because of if you forget to delete, the Azure is going to charge you lot. So in order to avoid that, you just need to delete immediately once your lab activity has been successfully completed. Okay guys, please do not forget this while doing the practices from your end. Okay guys, thank you. We'll meet up you in the next session with a new topic. Signing off. Thank you. Bye bye.